Hi, my name is Jaceria and I am 23 years old. I attend Haskell Indian Nations University, and at the age of 20, I had an abortion. When I first found out I was pregnant, I was terrified, and I was able to convince myself that it wasn't real and that the whole world was conspiring against me and that this was some evil plan of somebody out there, but I was terrified. The guy that I was involved with at the time was very adamant about me having an abortion, largely because of the life he had envisioned for himself and the life he and his family had planned for him. And so there was no even consideration of me keeping the baby. My first impressions of the center were everybody was very nice and excited. Even something that really stood out to me was Bridget. She was really involved and invested in my faith background. And I remember Leslie, she did my sonogram, and I just remember her being extremely excited for me. I really wanted to keep my baby, and I told her that I was going to, and then like in the last minute split decision that I didn't, I kind of felt like I was being coerced, but just dismissed it. Some of the factors that went into my decision in not keeping my baby were honestly the guy that I was involved with. I had been so afraid of how his life would pan out and him being depressed and the things that would happen with his family, that all of those conversations and arguments and honestly calling it what it is, manipulation, honestly it wore me down. And it personally, I felt like it was the only decision that I could make in order to make it stop. Afterwards, I had to work through an immense, a deep sorrow. I can't even call it sadness. It was a sorrow. Like, I felt like I knew this child. I was very sorrowful. After that, I had convinced I am like a master at putting up walls and convincing myself I'm okay. And I did that for a while, and for a while it worked. But then I found myself drinking a lot and wanting to go back into drug usage and using sex a lot to distract myself from what I was feeling. But after when I saw those things weren't working, I had to work through a lot of wanting to take my own life. When it came to beginning the healing process for after the abortion, it was then when I realized I needed God in an immense way, more than just, oh God, help me get through this, but it was a lot of crying out to God in ways that I didn't even know that I could have Him. If you're a woman and you found yourself in this position, I would strongly encourage you to pay attention to the people you have around you. We as pregnant young women, terrified, we are not thinking straight. We have so many emotions going on. We are thinking about so many other people, who we should tell, who we shouldn't tell, and who's going to be there for us, and what about this? But ultimately, think about the people in your life and think about if those people truly have your best interest at heart. And if you're not in any level of community, get in one, because those are the people who are truly going to walk with you through every decision of your life. Another piece of community for me has been staying connected to the women at the center, specifically Janet and Bridget. They've taught me the importance of continuing to share my testimony, and my hope is that I can be a resource for those women and be a client advocate in the future. One of the important things that I'd like women to know about the center is that they have countless support and resources available to them in the midst of their hard circumstances. They don't have to have all the answers, but there's people ready and willing to walk with them. For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are marvelous. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you. When I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth, your eyes saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be.